I didn't tell my parents that the event they were missing was my wedding. My parents have always been masters at making everything about them. When I graduated college, my dad spent the entire ceremony on a work call. When I got my first promotion, my mom immediately launched into how she deserved a raise at her part-time yoga studio job. They've turned every milestone of my life into their personal drama. Then I met Alex 3 years ago at a bookstore. While I was getting lectured by my mother about why I should move back home to save money, Alex was quietly reading in the corner, wearing a faded Doctor Who t-shirt and completely absorbed in some thick fantasy novel. When my mom finally left, Alex looked up and said, "Rough conversation?" We ended up talking for 4 hours about everything except my family. Alex never demanded to be the center of attention, never interrupted my stories to tell their own, never made me feel like my feelings were inconvenient. When I had a bad day, Alex would show up with my favorite Thai food and just listen. When I celebrated getting into grad school, Alex planned a quiet dinner at our favorite hole-in-the-wall Mexican place and actually remembered to bring a card. Dating Alex felt like finally being able to breathe. So when Alex proposed last spring, nothing fancy, just sitting on our couch during a Netflix binge, suddenly pulling out a ring and saying, "I want to do this forever," I said yes immediately. Then I made a decision that surprised even me. I decided not to tell my parents, not right away anyway. I knew exactly what would happen. My mother would immediately take over, turning our simple celebration into her personal wedding planning show. My father would complain about the cost while simultaneously inviting his entire office. They'd argue about venues, criticize our choices, and somehow make our engagement party about their marriage problems. I'd watch them hijack my brother's wedding 2 years earlier. What should have been his day became a 3-hour showcase of family dysfunction, complete with my mother giving an impromptu speech about her own wedding and my father starting an argument with the photographer. Alex and I started planning quietly. We wanted something small anyway, just immediate family and close friends. We found a lovely little garden venue that cost $800, including the officiant. Alex's parents were thrilled and immediately offered to handle flowers. My best friend Sarah agreed to be our photographer for free. 2 weeks before the wedding, I finally called my parents. "We're having a family gathering next Saturday," I said. "Nothing fancy, just a little celebration. Could you come?" "Kind of celebration?" my mother asked suspiciously. "Just something nice. I'll send you the address." "Is this about that Alex person again? Because I still think you're rushing things. You barely know them." "It's just a gathering, Mom. Can you come or not?" They said they'd try to make it, which in parent speak meant they'd show up if nothing better came along. Saturday arrived. Alex looked incredible in their navy suit. I wore a simple white dress I'd found on sale. Alex's parents cried happy tears. Sarah took beautiful photos. My brother, who I'd sworn to secrecy, walked me down the aisle grinning like an idiot. The ceremony was perfect. Intimate, genuine, exactly what we wanted. We exchanged vows we'd written ourselves, kissed while our friends cheered, and celebrated with barbecue and homemade cake. My parents never showed up. Sunday morning, my phone rang. "We're so sorry we missed your little party, honey," my mother said. "Your father had a golf tournament and I had that important client consultation, but we'll definitely make the next one." "Actually, Mom," I said, during my coffee and smiling at Alex across our kitchen table, "there won't be a next one. The party you missed was my wedding." The silence on the other end was absolutely golden.